How many remember Algierz Clothing? The mid-2000s was a boom for Houston rappers. The industry was finally starting to pay attention to what Texas had to say, and Algierz Clothing was right there to help push the movement. Before the days of every rapper having official merch, Algierz served as unofficial merch set up to promote the vibe of some of the biggest names coming out of the Third Coast. The designs were in your face, a bit cartoonish, but perfectly fitting for the look of streetwear at that time. By their peak, the brand had international impact. But if you were from Texas or Louisiana, you saw Algierz everywhere. But then, suddenly, they disappeared. No more collabs, no more press, just gone. But how? Why? What had halted the momentum of a brand seemingly on its way to the top? Let's find out. I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com, and this is the rise and fall of Algierz Clothing, from rap cosigns to retail silence. But before we get started, please take a second to stop and smash that like button for us. Liking and sharing and commenting on these videos is the only way to help us continue to grow and get noticed by the YouTube algorithms. And the best part is, it's free for you. Another way to support is by stopping by our website and checking out some of the goods. We offer hundreds of art pieces to choose from, and there's really something for everybody. But with all that being said and out of the way, let's get to this story. The journey of Algierz Clothing all began with Daniel Lucas Lepi, better known in his teen years as Dano, an artist, designer, and creative entrepreneur based in Houston, Texas. Originally, he went to college for cinema and video production, amazingly attending Yale and later USC, perfecting his craft. I mean, wow, swanky. You don't expect that from many streetwear designers. But in 2004, after finally completing his college journey, Dan knew early on that he wanted to venture into fashion. For years, he had this recurring idea to create a streetwear line that not only embodied his unique art style, but also the wonders of his home city of Houston. After all, his roots weren't traditionally in fashion. They were in illustration and graphic design and visual storytelling. So very early, Dan was drawn to the raw edge of underground art and pop culture. He wasn't just another designer trying to fit into the fashion world. He was an observer, a satirist, and a storyteller who wanted to use clothing as his canvas. Enter Algierz. Originally launched as a t-shirt line featuring Dan's over-the-top cartoon art style, his designs weren't just provocative images though. He provided cultural commentary that captured the spirit of the streets as well. Algierz quickly gained traction within the Texas hip-hop community. Dallas's own Tum Tum of DSR fame was one of the first artists to collab with the brand, giving it legitimacy in the local music scene. At the time, DSR had been making waves in Dallas for years. Quick side note, I actually went to school with Tony back in the day. And even though he was a few years older than me, our friend groups often interacted, and he was a pretty cool dude. Liked to go out and fight a lot, but we all saw that as fun back then. I know, kids, right? When we saw him and fellow DSR guys making waves with rap, it gave everybody the confidence that if they could do it, we could too. They made so much noise in the city that their sound began getting attention all over Texas and surrounding areas. At the time, Tum Tum linked up with Algierz. He and Big Tuck, the other standout member of the group, were in the middle of a nationwide push. This added momentum only helped get more eyes on Algierz the brand. The brand's presence at local events and its authentic connection to the community helped it build a loyal fan base. With this, along with DSR cosigns, Algierz was able to make connections with many other rappers around Houston. Two of the biggest collabs for the brand came from Swishahaus's Paul Wall, who loved the brand, and Texas Legends, UGK. Paul Wall was also in the midst of a national push and was all over BET and MTV promoting his newest solo album, The People's Champ, often clad in eye-catching Algierz t-shirts. And UGK, they were arguably the biggest rap group in Texas way before the 2000s boom ever even happened. So having them on board was huge. The signature shirt that the brand released for Pimp C still commands top dollar on the vintage market to this day. At its peak, Algierz expanded its product line to include a wide range of apparel and accessories, all featuring its distinctive designs. The brand's online store became a hub for fans seeking to express their identity through fashion and represent a hometown clothing line. From the streets of Houston to the online communities, Algierz represented a unique blend of art, culture, and attitude. When I was younger, I saw Algierz all over the place here in Dallas. I even had a couple of pieces for myself, and I gotta say, it was pretty good quality stuff. However, despite its strong start, Algierz wound up facing challenges as fashion trends evolved and competition increased. The brand struggled to maintain its relevance in a rapidly changing market. Some fans noted that while Algierz had a significant impact during their heyday, it never really capitalized on its potential to grow beyond its niche audience. For better or for worse, their style was their style. They never changed it. During the golden era, this was a good thing. It was what got them noticed and how people identified their stuff. But once the preferred look began to evolve, Algierz failed to change with it. Dan, to his credit, never sold the brand. He still owns it today and it still lives on. The website is still live and it looks like they have released current designs. Thing is, the reason for the fall is still visible. When you look at the stuff on there now, it looks like the shirts that they made back in the day. The art style is the same, the feel is the same. Nothing has changed in all of these years. And on one hand, this is admirable. I mean, they found their niche and they were determined to ride the wave until it crashed on the beach. The problem is, once it did crash, they were stuck aground with no idea how to get back out there and find the next wave. Algier's story is a testament of the power of authentic cultural expression. It captured a moment in time, leaving an indelible mark on Houston's fashion and music scene. Some of their more celebrated pieces still bring in top dollar on the resale market today, as I said before. When pondering if they could ever bounce back to the spot that they once fell from, I say maybe. With the retro era gaining more and more steam, it's totally possible, but only time can tell. One thing's for certain though, they put Houston in the streetwear game and truly gave it a legitimate shot to make it. And for that reason alone, Algierz will forever live on in the hearts and minds of not only just Southern culture fans, but admirers the world over. But what do you think? Were you a fan of Algierz back in the day? Do you think they could officially bounce back? Hit us in the comment section and let us know. Also, if you enjoy videos like this and you like what you saw here, then don't forget to hit that like button. Liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos is the best way to get the YouTube algorithms to notice us. In fact, it's the only way. Without that, it just kind of tosses us over to the side. And if you want to be updated whenever we drop a new episode, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell. That way you can be dinged when each new video is released. With all that being said, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com signing out until next time. Peace.